Hey, people, how are y'all doing today? I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's well. All right, let's start the show how we normally start the show and doing some breathing. It is important on a spiritual level, on a mental level, in a physical level that you take time and breathe. All right, so let's get this party started with a little breath work. We're breathing in all of the goodness of the divine. And we're releasing everything that is against or opposite of that, all right? And we breathe in through our nose and fill up our diaphragm. And then we exhale out of our mouth and we squeeze in our diaphragm, all right? Doing this 3 times. You ready? All right, let me get myself together, all right? And breathe in. Then you hold it. Now we are releasing destiny toxins out of your mouth. Now we are inhaling, divine destiny. Ready? Out of our mouth, we're exhaling destiny toxins. One more time in your nose. Now release. All right. Let's go. All right, I have a really interesting hodgepodge of topics to talk to you about today. The name of today's show is called Balance and Soul, Embracing Cupcakes, Cleansing Ties, and Lottery Win Living. So let's just get into it today. Let me just give you some advice, all right? Let me give you some wisdom. Eat the cake. Now, it just dawned on me, and I'm not even trying to be funny. It just dawned on me in light of Tina Turner's death, and I just thought, as soon as I thought that, eat the cake, anime, eat the cake. No, literally, eat the cake. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? I'm going to say it again, eat the cake. Now, what does the cake mean, or what does it represent? In life has its ebbs and flows. Life has its ups and downs. And that is the balance of life. But let's just talk for a moment about the good part of life, the sweet part of life, the pointlessly fulfilling part of life. Eat the cake of life. And sometimes we feel guilty for enjoying ourselves. Sometimes we feel guilty for indulging. But it is quite okay to eat the nice, sweet, creamy cake. Now, hold on. Pause. Oh, God, Vincent, you're a mess. No, but for real. So today I was just exhausted, right? And I was supposed to, I got dressed. I did my spiritual exercises today, took a shower, did my spiritual exercises, got dressed, got oiled up, lotioned up, brushed my beard, came down to my desk to look for my keys, sat down at my desk and thought, ooh, I am tired. And hey, Walt B, how you be, man? And I said, oh, I'm tired. And so I got so exhausted, because I was supposed to be going to Sam's, I decided to just chill out. Then I got hungry. I said, well, what would you like to eat, Vince? I went to Publix and was going to pick up a veggie sub. Almost had a mini meltdown because they recalled the tomatoes. At any rate, and I saw those cupcakes over there. And I said, oh my God, the last time I had this Publix cupcake, it was so good. So the baker guy seeing me in serious contemplation, he says, sir, can I help you? And I say, how long them cupcakes been over there? He said, well, they normally last 3 days, but the date was on the label. And y'all, the date on the label said May the 28th. You know what that means? 3 days back is what, May 25th. Oh, glory. So I got cupcakes, walked back to my house, went on my favorite spot, the front balcony, ate veggie sub. I love the veggie subs, not even a diet. I like the veggie subs. I mean, the veggie wraps, rather. Then I got one cupcake. I said, God, this cupcake is good. Then I got another one. And by the time I finished resting, eating my veggie sub, taking in the moment, and then indulging in 2 cupcakes, I felt better. And so I just want to remind you, as simple as it may seem, sometimes you need to just relax and eat cupcakes. Everything ain't got to be that serious and intense and rah. Sometimes eat the cupcakes. Now, here is the key in this. Because someone would say, oh, that's just unwise advice. People just be going around doing what they want. First of all, I ain't nobody's pappy, not a mammy. So do what you want. So as I care, do as you please. But beyond that, you can give yourself permission to indulge because you are a balanced person. You are a person of balance. And you got to learn how to trust yourself to indulge, excuse me, knowing that you're not going to get off track or get off purpose or get off path. Hold on for a second, y'all. The devil trying to get in my throat. All right. So every once in a while, take a moment and enjoy the cake. Whatever your proverbial life cupcake is, enjoy it. All right, that's number 1. 10 minutes in, all right? Number 2, these are hodgepodge of thoughts. When the last time you've been through some soul cleansing? Some good old-fashioned soul cleansing. I was having a conversation with a friend today. Me and this fella, once a month at least, we get together, eat breakfast, and have about a 2-hour, maybe 3-hour conversation. And we were talking about, I was telling him about a situation where I don't know if the relationship is a divine relationship or is it a soul tie? Y'all do understand they look and feel the same? As a matter of fact, a relationship that you are extremely tied up in is divine. Oh, dear. Like, for real. I'm going to say it again. Your soul ties, at the moment your soul ties with any person, place, or thing, that tie becomes divine. It becomes God ordained. It becomes universal approved. When we ain't talking about, what's the will of God for my life? And Lord, I want the will for my life. The proverbial will of God for your life will not supersede the tie, in my opinion. Oh boy. So, all right, let's step back a little bit. So perhaps it's not God talking to you about them. Maybe it's the tie talking to you. Or maybe it is God talking to you about them because you're tied with them. I have to blow my nose, y'all, and I'm sorry. I should be a little bit more professional, but I mean, give me a second. I don't want to blow my nose in the microphone. Test. Oh, Lord, hold on. Did I do the wrong one? Testing. Oh, Lord. Test, praise the Lord. All right. Is that similar to what you said about planting your soul? Oh, absolutely. Because soul ties are not bad, are not only bad. There ain't nothing wrong with being in covenant with the thing that you put in your soul. Or we could call it a soul tie. The thing that you plant in your soul will take root and draw from your soul. And it will only live as long as it is allowed to be rooted. So the question is, what are you planting in your soul? Golly molly. Yikes. I just don't understand. I just be praying and I was fasting and I was talking to the universe and Buddha, whoever your source is. I just really want them out of my life, but for whatever reason, I can't get them out of my life. No, dog. Nah. That's not how that works. God ain't got nothing to do with that. You planted them, you pluck them up. I don't even know why I'm laughing at this. Pluck them up or shut up. It's the root. It is only surviving because it has connected and tied itself with your soul. And at that point, now hold on. And let's talk about God from the sense that a lot of us pray to God sometimes. If God was to get rid of, remove that plant, he would have to destroy you because it's connected. So stop. Just either appreciate it being there or pluck it up by the root. Okay? So are we clear with that? So it's not the devil keeping them and God not taking them. You're allowing it. And at the moment you decide, I was in a situation one time, and I always like to tell stories with this, where I felt like I was deeply connected to some people. And I was having a conversation with Mo, and I said, you know what, Mo? I'm still in covenant. I'm not physically connected anymore. I'm still in covenant. Because I was still honoring the covenant of the relationship, even though I wasn't in relationship. When does a relationship die? Not when you stop talking. Not when one of y'all stab each other in the back. Relationships die when you defy the covenant that was created. Oh dear. Y'all hear what I said? So don't tell me you cut off from them, but you have not defied the covenant you created with them. You're still holding their secrets. You're still covering for them. All right. That's a whole nother topic for another day. That's just too much. So soul ties could possibly lead you like God is talking to you, and it really is the deep connection you have with that person. Take the time and cleanse, reset your soul, and make sure nothing is stuck that you've been meaning to let go. Okay? All right. What I did today, I took a salt bath today. And I stayed in there about 20 minutes. When I first heard about salt baths about 3-4 years ago, the person who was telling me said, just only be in there for like 20 minutes. Don't be in there too long. And I didn't even ask why, because at the time I was in another headspace. I need to look into that. The point is this: I stayed there around 20 minutes and I just covered myself and just spoke to myself inside of that water, inside of that salt water. Just cleanse my soul of covenants that no longer mean me. And let me say this: I'm not going to say mean me any good or mean me harm, that are no longer in alignment to where I am and where I'm going. Y'all got that? Because if you look at it like mean me harm, mean me good, you'll keep the good thing that you don't need, and you'll keep the bad thing that you really need to put on pause. You'll keep the good thing you don't need and get rid of the bad thing that you really need to be on pause because you're going to need it later. Let me say this: your source, however you serve, because over here, I'm not trying to tell you what and how to serve. In my opinion, I strongly believe that your source does not look at life in duality, right and wrong. Your source looks at intent, motive, purpose, energy, action. So if you allow the bad is given to you manifold. If you allow the good is given to you manifold. Because from an ethereal high-level space, this is not created in duality, right, wrong, good, bad, evil, holy. It just is. You can have what you say. I'll do exceedingly abundantly above all that you ask or think. I'll give you the desires of your heart. So playing identity politics with your source is really playing with yourself. I'm just trying to do good so God will bless me. I'm just trying to do what's right so God will honor me. How do you even know that this proverbial God you speak of's definition of right is your definition? Because when you say, I'm trying to do good so God will bless you, you are talking about your definition of good that you learned through teaching, cultural influence, geographical influence, social economic influence. The definition of good for you is not the definition of good for the Aborigine somewhere in a hut. So if you are looking at God through the lens of good, bad, right, wrong, you are assuming that this, and I'm going to use these terms so you can, this big old God lives his life by your mama and them's definition. Your sexual community definition. Your gender identity. What's good for a woman? What's good for a man? If you think of it like that, do y'all hear what I'm saying? This is really, this might not be for the public platform. But I'm just trying to clean up your prayers and help you clean up your lifestyle a little bit. Because we really be thinking that our subjectiveness is aligned with the whole totality of this thing we call God. But if you look at it like God is the ultimate perfect mirror of my life. Whoa, now, hold on. Hold on. You will start walking innately and in default in a conscious divinity. All right, that's too much. That's way too much. Does anybody in here understand what I'm saying at all? You know what? Let me just take a break. Let's do a palate cleanse. Thank you so much for watching the VTerrillHill Show. If you have found value in today's show, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. As well, I have an email community where I send out emails 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 a.m. All you have to do is click the link in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube, put your name and email address in the box. When you do that, you're going to get 2 emails. One is a confirmation or welcome from me, and the other is a confirmation where you have to click the button. It's either submit, okay, whatever, and it puts you in the email community, all right? Also, text me, text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658 if you want to be notified when I come live. And all that information that I just went through really fast is in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. I will talk about this later. But if you start looking at it like that God is the perfect mirror of me, what would your God look like? What would your God look like if God was the perfect mirror of you? Now, interesting enough, you are the perfect mirror of God. It is an interaction, cyclic. Sing a song to your source sings a song back to you. And it's a sow and reap and sow, back and forth, a give and a take and a give. Putting in and getting out, an exchange, a relationship, an umbilical cord, a mirroring. Let's move on. All right, number 3. If I am going to come back to this in the closed community next month, I don't know if next month, but this is something that probably needs to be taught on a sanctuary of focus session where we pray first and then we get into the ideal of God. Because what a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm taking control of my life. I'm moving my life forward. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and da, da, da. But really what they mean is I'm waiting on God. But if you look at God as the perfect mirror of you, you'll get to work. You'll get to creating. You'll get to speaking and thinking. All right. Okay. Number 3 is thought, and then I'll be done. And that is, I'll be done at least. And then if we need to go into overtime, okay, hold on one second. Okay, then that's fine. I will just manage until I got to return this text, y'all. Until this is so ghetto. I'm so until our schedules clear up. All right. Live life. The third thought is live your life like you won the lottery. Okay. Think about if you woke up tomorrow morning. I wrote a blog on this many moons ago. It was probably the best blog I ever written in my life. And then the devil would have it that the blog got missing. It was on my website, and to this day, anyway, it's beyond the point. Point is this, written now. If you won the lottery tomorrow, what would you do? How would you live your life? What goals would you work on? All right. That being said, in closing, that's how you need to be living your life now. Now, of course, the reality is most people say, I'll quit my job. You can't. But really what you're saying is I wouldn't focus on that anymore. I would focus on my passion, my purpose. Most people say I would quit my job and this is what I would do. Well, my question is, why aren't you working towards that now? Do you know, I truly believe in the principle that if you're faithful over a small amount of things, you can be ruler over many things. Why? Because there was a time that I was making a lot of money, but I started making it fast and I wasn't faithful over it, and it ran through my hands like water. But then when the water ran out and I had little money and had to learn how to manage it, I got further with little money than I did with a lot of money. Then when the money started coming back, I noticed the money hung around longer because I built the management infrastructure to handle it. So if you're waiting for this proverbial lottery or windfall to drop on you for you to get started, you won't have built the infrastructure to manage it, and you might let it slip out your hands. So what you do is you start now while it's small, while you have a little space and grace to fumble over it, so that you can build the muscle to manage the big. Does that make sense what I am saying? If that makes sense, holler at me and let me know. And if so, I'm going to be done in 30 minutes today. And going about my business, which will be a new for me. So let me know in the comments if that makes sense, what I'm saying. In the meantime, while I'm waiting on you guys, thank you so much for y'all support. Like I said yesterday, we're how many hours? 600 and something hours And between you guys doing the playlist and the nighttime stream that we've been doing, things are going really, really well. Excuse me, things are going really well. And so we're chopping away at it really good. And so I appreciate you guys greatly. All right, cool. Jennifer says it absolutely makes sense. All right. Yeah, so that's that. So I wanted to say thank you very much. Next week, I will be going into detail about this long-awaited private community that we've been talking about since April the 16th, actually. Looking forward to rolling that out. I've been in deep thought about it to the point it's affecting my sleep now, where I'm not sleeping. And who I was texting was the masseuse, because I was trying to get in a last-minute session in so that I could possibly get some good sleep tonight. But he said he would come, but he don't think that he's going to be able to give it his all. So I'm like, don't even come, because that's going to make me upset. So I'm going to try to get to sleep tonight, but I'm not going to hold y'all. Between watch hours, we're getting close to the watch hours, and June being the magical month. Next month is my birthday, as a matter of fact. It's June the 16th. I'll be 43 years old. So next month is my birthday. The private community comes out next month. We're on the precipice of meeting the watch hour goal. It got me wide awoke, and I'm like sleeping like 2 hours at night, and then I take like a 2 to 4 hour nap in the day, and everything else. I'm like, oh. So yeah, but it's all good in the hood because we're going somewhere. And if I work now, I'll rest later. I think that's it. It's hard to believe we're 32 minutes in and I'm done. All right, so if all hearts and minds are clear, remember, I've already gotten some submissions in, but if you are intending to submit your testimonial video, you are going to miss your 30-day window. For those of you guys that have already had a consultation and you want to submit a testimonial video to get 50% off the next consultation, you have to do it within that 30-day period. And I forget when the expiration day is, but I'll put it in Saturday's email. So go ahead and do it. All you got to do is put your phone in landscape and talk to it for about a minute or two about your experience with the free consultation. If you do that, your next consultation will be 50% off, okay? So go ahead and do that. Oh, and let me say this. The window is that you have to do the video and book the appointment within the 30-day window. So some of you guys are running out of time to do it all. So go ahead and nip that in the bud. For whatever reason, I am off of this early, and I am not mad about it at all. I am running the commercial, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed today's show, like, share, subscribe, and comment. As well, if you like this content, you're going to love my email community. And to join that, the link is in the video description below. All you got to do is click the link, put your name and email address in the box, press OK. You're going to get 2 emails from me. One from me welcoming you, and the other is a double opt-in where you have to press OK or confirm. You have to do both if you want to be a part of the email community and get content like this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 a.m. Also, if you want to be notified when I go live, text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658. Again, VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658. If you want to continue this conversation with me on a personal note, I offer everyone that sees my content a free consultation. All you have to do is email me at info@VTerrillHill.com, put in the subject line free consultation. I'll send you a link. You set the appointment, and for 30 minutes, we'll talk through video conference call. And I promise you, your life will not be the same. All right. All that information is in the video description box below.